So I can't even make this up, y'all. Look at the card right here. Look at, I wish I could show you the cards in the seat. I'm going to show it to you. Look at the cards in the seat. Somebody, I don't know, this don't even have to mean, okay, let's take it a little deeper. What we're talking about with this thing, the white girls. These people have some kind of something. This could be also people of like some type of purity. You were supposed to be, at least, okay? So, I mean, it may be unfortunate for some of these people, but if God made you some kind of way or anointed someone and there's other people that's not, things that you've done may not be, like how they say somebody could, a priest or something marries people, or they can lay hands on people, or you could do certain things with people, or something like this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Somebody could just be mad because they think that you should be getting, the Son of God or Jesus should be getting in trouble for some of the same things that regular humans should get in trouble for. We'll just put it like that. Okay? Oh, my face is a little dry. My skin is clear right now, but it's dry. All right, but look at the card. Again, the matriarch is in reverse. Somebody could have even got caught being with somebody, or like I said, I feel like in somebody's situation, these people made a ruckus behind the scene about this, but this person took this man and started mating with this person. Somebody's off the grid mother or aunt or older woman took your man. I don't know. I can only think about Black Mirror with the lady that put that little spyware in her eye, her daughter's eye. Say you were supposed to be in like a big role right now in politics for the future building of the nation after this collapse. They could have talked to your parents. Your parents could have been ignorant about a lot of things. But you had these keys. All they had to do was put you through the process. But somebody said, I don't want that kid to have it. Let's let this kid have it. So you got a lot of hidden or locked in potential that nobody ever, pushed with you. Okay. You could be a dancer. You liked to dance when you was little. But instead of putting you in cheerleader, they could have put another sister in cheerleader that really didn't used to dance. They're not a dancer. If you look at this person, you would not think that they was a dancer. They don't dance that much or something like this. But that's the one that they put in dance class or something like this. You see what I'm saying? So this is like, so say a agency comes up to your mother and says, we know about your child, blah, blah, blah. They was in those special research things back in the 80s, right? Okay, well, they're a part of this X, Y, and Z. Somebody could have sold your shit out like lowball. Like you get to pick whatever you want. Like this could also be, they could have been chipped. And so like for me, when I was 12 years old, from 9 to 12 or something like this, there was like talks of like, custody battle, things like this with us. But I ended up choosing to stay with my dad. Okay. And my sister and my brother stayed with my mom. And I kind of think that there was always an underlining deep-rooted cut. And if there is an energy or entity that's attached to my mother, like Rowan and her mother, like, I wouldn't say like a lasher, but something in the likeness. Something is still like attached to your mother, but it's intrigued by you. Because I think that they show Rowan having like kind of little incidents with Lasher when she was, or before she knew anything about this. Okay. It's like if your mom had like a ace coon boom, a goon type of dude, that still lived in the neighborhood you live in, but she live in another state, and she talked to this person and be like, hey, go check and see what she doing or something. These could be witches and warlocks and how they work as well. Excuse me. But it's something like this, okay? I think that there are some special units, and the mother could have been chose just, oh, as long as I'm always tapped in, like how in Hollywood, like kids with their momagers, or depending on how far the mom takes them through their, like little child stars and stuff, their mom and them was taking them to talent agencies and stuff like this, and modeling things or whatever. And when they get to a certain level in the industry, they might let them go. Some people might hold on the whole time. There was the momager the whole time, like Beyonce's dad. Okay, but then there's other people that may get the child, it gets too overwhelming, and they have to give the child up to the industry to be handled by managers and things. But I feel like with these particular children, it's the same thing, something like that. And so the parent was given like something what they can do, and then so on and so forth in somebody's case. And I just feel like somebody sold themselves short, and in turn was selling themselves short, they sold you short. Could have been a payout for like $1 million, but they didn't understand everything that was going on, and the child is worth $1 trillion. I'm just putting that out there, okay? Or their future is worth that much, right? Somebody had access, right? Somebody was caught doing spell work on anointed child, and they got kicked away from that person. They had to be replaced with a clone or a lookalike. This person was still stalking you behind the scenes. They could have been still living around you. In my situation, like my mom them moved to Texas. They stayed down there. I think they still live there. But for some reason, I think that there's a version of this mother or a sister, like these are hidden family components or distant relatives or estranged family members in these situations. I feel like somebody was staying closer than we think. Somebody stayed closer. And they were controlling like your friends or my friends from behind the scenes, giving them little payouts to like take you places or ask you to spend a night, or I don't know. It's something weird like that. This could also be, like I said, something really happened to your mother and your father when they was little, and so they just was replacing them with clones or lookalikes throughout your life to, keep that, so that space will not be blank. Same thing with this spouse. I think they did the same thing. Same thing with the children. I think they did the same thing. This is not in everybody's case. I know that this what the fuck was done in my case. What the truth is about me that makes me so different, I don't know. It may not have nothing to do with me. I might just be ordinary. It may be to do with what I was going to inherit. But there is a mother figure here. Because you know who else that lady Aunt D looked like? She looked like I Am the Light. And I Am the Light, you know who that looked like? That looked like me in a picture that I took at a party or something we was at, probably like 18 years ago. I don't know. It was a long time ago. A group picture that I was just looking at. It made me think like, well, damn, did we go through a portal that night? Did something weird happen that night? Did I die that night? And then these people just branched off and it's like they come into the Truman Show, kidnap people, traffic them. This could be what trafficking really is as well, like on another level. It's not just, oh, a little girl is pretty. Look at her cute pictures online. I need to get that girl so I can pimp her out. Let's set up something where she meet up with a little boy at the park and never come home. Because I told you, if they're going to give you a clone to replace it's something that original version of that person carries, that they gave you the clone and they took the original source because of some energy that the person produced or something. Or else they would just kidnap the person and just you would never be existing again. So immortal, I'm starting to think that immortals could be like something in your bloodline. And I have a Native American book about myths about immortal people. They actually don't die. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's your thing. I'm not telling you whether I believe it or not, but I've read about this in old ancient or mythic tales with Native Americans. All right. Um, hmm. But again, there's a black man here that's dealing with a Caucasian woman, or like I said, this is a man of darkness. When Martin Luther King said, "When little white boys and black boys," this could also be meaning that when people went dark, they could not be around the light ones. This could mean like some of us of this, we're supposed to have a different life, or more, um, like you was maybe supposed to go to a nunnery or something like this, and come out as like a pope or something like this, okay? And somebody linked you with a dark person. Like, you do everything of the light, you share everything, you don't mind people knowing, you're not doing nothing disgusting where you would be ashamed of yourself if people found out about it. You would be of a light, right? But then there could be people that have a dark mind, and all they think about is darkness or killing or gruesome things. They may even conjure up dark things around people, or clouds of darkness around people with their darker thoughts. It could be something that they know how to do, whether they know it or not. This could be the all doom and gloom, Eeyore kind of energy. Oh no, it's all bad around me. And you come around people, you like, hey, and it's just like a red light. And with somebody else, you can meet them and they look really dark and mysterious. And you gotta be like, that's a nice looking man. I like that he real quiet. He sit off in the corner or something. But there could also be darkness about this person. And that's why they don't want to make too much of a scene. That's why they don't hang out with a lot of people. That's why they do keep to themselves. That's why they are pretty quiet. It's something like that. So somebody could like be tired of being with you of the light and want to do everything right and clear out darkness and clear out evil and wicked. And they think that they take offense to it, even though they never showed you that side of them. Okay? They never showed you that side of them. You didn't know they was capable of that. All right? Most time these are not going to be people that say something to you like, you hurt my feelings, what you said on there the other day. They just going to listen to your channel, just get fumed and go into their little metaphysical bag in the background, or to their alien dark energies, and have them do something to you. Okay? So it could be something like that. All right? Yeah, so we got the Lovers here with this energy. And whoever this is, if this is like a Lucius energy with this person or something like this, it don't matter, because you or I, whoever this is, you're above this Lucius energy. Yeah, that's the truth. Okay? That's the truth. As this Empress. All right? This Empress energy, there could be some people upset about something. Yeah. And again, this Empress with this baby, we got luxury here, but remember, luxury in this card is like bumming it. They look all dirty and everything, nasty. Maybe again, you're not supposed to be living like this, because I was just tripping today, like, oh my God, this house just looks so filthy. I'm getting so sick of these people. Like, especially the so-called daughter that got a daughter. When she get ready in the morning, the house used to be messy for me like that too. And then I would have to get up and clean it up, like after I create the disaster trying to get all three of them out the door. But I'm thinking, you only got one. When I was trying to get all three or four of them out the door for school, it would be a disaster. And then I would be there by myself looking at it like, oh, let me get up and clean up. But it's like, it stayed like this all day, and she got one. And this ain't even her house. You know what I'm saying? She a guest here. And so it be pissing me off a little bit, because I'm at a different time in my life. It be giving me post-traumatic stress disorder shit. But again, somebody, this could also be these people here, these like rogue people. It could have been in this energy, like dirty energy or something like this, but now they're not. They're actually living luxury. Okay? They could have passed some test by some heathens that let them into something and say, oh, if you would have been patient and you would have did this, then you would have been able to get in, but you already in. Like, these people, they're insane. They may be dealing with cognitive dissonance or something. All right? But again, so a group of people could have went They could still be trying to mammify somebody or make somebody have to tend to some children or a new baby. This could be somebody trying to make you carry a baby for another 20 years or something like this because you didn't wake up in time to go towards the demon, but the demon is about to have to figure out that they don't have control over somebody. All right. Yeah, this could be also this energy. These could be tarot readers or these snakes inside of this thing. They might have lost their gifts and they're using somebody's narrative, watching people behind the scenes or something and talking about their lives as if they're psychic or abilities. And they could be trying to trap me or you after making a disaster out of your life or something like this. They could be attached onto your child now. Okay. Um, and these people are using this box or whatever from, they could have tried to get you, okay? But your child is now sustainable to something. I don't know if somebody's showing your child on the dark web or something. All right. And there could be some interference with your child. They could left you alone, and maybe your child has the same kind of energy where they attract people or people act weird around it. Well, I don't think my child is as attractive as I'm not talking about prettiness. I'm not talking about in the face or the body. I'm talking about with the magnetic connection. But these people could be bullying or using other children around the school to target this child, how they used to target you when you were little. Okay, their children could now be targeting your child in some type of way, watching by being able to watch you some way. All right, or be able to watch this child some way. Okay, this could also be they feel like they're trapping you with their gifts and then punishing you by not making you feel special. But you could be somebody that never felt special on a spiritual realm, in this realm, or nothing. This could also be somebody stealing your soul and giving it to your child. If your child, okay, because I feel like some people thought that if they brought some of these people back that lost their soul last time, that they would come back reincarnate with a soul, but they wasn't. So they could have tried to take the soul from the mother and give it to the child, or take the soul and give it to somebody else, and then that way they can siphon off that child. All right. It's something about soulless beings, because I was hearing I heard the song "You Could Have My Soul," so some people could feel like somebody took your soul or something. This could also be matriarchy in reverse, that what could be not being told is some of us have passed on or something like this in one of our forms. And somebody would handicap a person and then have them have your soul or something, and they can gravitate people towards them. I don't know. It's something weird like this, y'all. This could be, I'm hearing something about a shared soul. I don't know if this is what some witchcraft that families do, is share a soul or share a womb. Somebody feels like you going off into wealth. I should be able to have your marriage. Somebody else should be able to have your womb. Somebody else should be able to have your essence. Like, you can't have all that God put in you to be abundant throughout life, because we was going to do this to you and you was going to need something to fall back on, and it just be yourself and your wealth. They like, pick. You want yourself or you want your wealth. But these people going to burn in hell. We got the game master. I noticed too with my energy, if there's people that's in the spotlight, I noticed a lot of these people were like, they was really close. Like, say it's a singing group, say it's a family dynamic. I noticed that my energy radiates off of more than one of the family members. Say it's a group of 10 women or 5 sisters. I can see my energy radiating off of at least 2 in the group, 2 in the family dynamic, 2 in the family dynamic. It's something like this, okay? All right. Now, again, I keep pointing stuff out. People keep moving stuff around. This could be for my protection, but nobody's explaining nothing. So it's kind of like somebody that can't sit down. They got to keep them cleaning stuff, moving stuff around. They got OCD. It could be somebody like you could feel like that's what's happening. Because again, I feel like there's a group that knows about, like, there's soul collectors, or if somebody did take somebody's soul mysteriously or something, people that could go get it back. Like Heru, get the pieces back. Somebody is also trying to put like a Heru spell on me or somebody, but it's not your turn to be that. So they can't have those things. They're only doing the spell right now at a certain time so that they can have access to your things. It's like, no, I'm the Empress this time. But the Empress also, I feel like from the Empress card, we're getting that the Empress is also somebody that they do that to. That they discompartmentalize for whatever reasons. If you look at the Empress's card, most of her valuable things are outside her body. The tree is like the pineal gland. The pillow on the back of her back. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I just heard lay your head on my pillow and just relax. This is like giving me therapy. Like people could be doing hypnosis on you, okay, in your sleep. But you look at Kundalini coming out of her backside is going into that pillow. If you look at her heart, it's on the ground like a piece of stone. If you look at her flow is away from her. Like with that water fountain, I mean the waterfall that's next to her on the card. See, the moon is at her feet, right? The stars are on her crown. It's like the trees are far away from her, right? But there's a group of people or wheat at her feet. People say, what you think people supposed to worship at your feet? And when in all actuality, there are supreme people, like I feel like the Supreme Court and things like this, that's supposed to handle things for that being. Or when they separated the wheat from the tare, the wheat is supposed to take care of, they were separated as good, right? And they were supposed to do good things, bestow good things at the feet of the Empress. It's almost like if you have a circus animal or a lion or something, she's not in a cage, but who knows if that feels like being caged, to have all your things servicing like across the land. It's like a giant energy. It's like, it's not just a family, right? But if people leave you around a family that's jealous of your energy, they will tear you apart, and you might not ever get those pieces back to use. It's like opening yourself up. Whether it's a force of nature that opens someone up to be used in a certain way. All right. And then at the time when things close back up, that person gets to be whole again, to feed the nation or the mother of the nation or something. And I just think that somebody put it in the hands of people that was not prepared for this. They was not ordained or prepared for this type of power over another human being. Somebody that has so much power inside of it, so much abundance in themselves. They would have been better off just letting the Empress be the Empress. And I feel like if the Empress was a lighter skinned person, Caucasian, Asian, or something like this, they might have done that. All of the freedoms and all of the gifts and everything and all of the transformations, they could have even done that, gave it to a child that was different than you or from another origin or something. All right. But we have whatever this union is here. There could be a tower. That's why I said somebody can't have you. They could have just put somebody through the transformation and gave them your essence, and now they with that person. And you can't do that. Yeah, this could be a mother trying to punish somebody. I told you somebody is trying to like punish you or punish me. Okay. And this is, I told you, this takes me back to being little. Okay. And or you done did something to piss your mom off. Like, this could be something that happened around me, with me, whatever. But I noticed so-called black women do things like this. Single women. You make them mad or something like this, and they will scour at you like the whole day, hold the grudge or whatever. Okay. Or like it's something like you made a mistake, and you say, even with a maybe a father or something, you the child that accidentally, nuh-uh, daddy, because we went to Miss Lisa's house and y'all told me to sit in the living room or something. I'm not saying this story for me, but I'm just saying, think of a story like this. Miss Lisa's house, and you was over there, whatever, you was helping her clean that thing up in her bathroom or whatever, and I had to sit there while you was helping her do it, and then they looking at you like, and then a whole argument happened, and then you the one that brought it up. You was just a kid, you didn't really know that you weren't supposed to say that y'all was at Miss Lisa's house. Did nobody say, don't say that we was at Miss Lisa's house, and you actually said it. And then the parent is giving you the stank eye, or they don't want to take you to the store, or usually when I ask you to take me to the store, you're like, okay, come on, but now you don't want to. Now it's day 2, now it's day 3. Like somebody could do, like, be resentful or towards the child here. This person, they could have even this is somebody that'll get the man that is for you, or God send you a man from the back end, and then they link this person up with somebody else, right? Knowing that, I heard something about vampires. If they didn't fall in love with you before they become a vampire, they won't love anybody else. Now, somebody could have sent in somebody to do this to you. It's not actually working, but they want to make it seem like you're ruined already. See, she loved that person, and we changed her, and now she's not gonna love again. But it's just that there's nothing around you. You've upgraded. There's nothing around you. Like, it's gonna be hard for you, yeah, probably, because even so, you didn't came up from the neighborhood boys or whatever. It'll be a different type of, through this process. It's a different type of man, higher value man, an upgraded man. You mentally could be an upgraded woman, but that's just like you starting all over again. As like, it's almost like they try to put us in a little kid kind of energy, or a little girl energy. Like, you already this age, you don't have nothing going on for yourself. Like, you didn't just raise a whole family in a marriage for 20 something years. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. To take away, to discredit, you just wanted to be a mama, or you got pregnant when you was so somebody's trying to whip you, even if you became very intelligent and you learned how to do a lot of things on your own, and now everybody was all in your energy because you was anointed and you was shining crazy. And that's somebody that would want to strip that from you, right? And then leave you with nothing. You will realize your family was fake and everything, and you don't have nothing, and you got to start all over, and you didn't get a transformation where you look 25 years younger than you do, or something like this, right? They could have even gave somebody else a transformation so that they can take that from you, another person your age, but it's not you. It's always not you, okay? And I feel like it's to hurt your feelings, but you know how these people is. You just looking at like they stupid. Yeah, we got futility here. Somebody might not be fruitful, or something like this. If they did get into a union with somebody, the way they walk around with this person, say this was just a supernatural connection between, or a telepathic communication, y'all did this person did better being tapped into your intellectual energy or your essence than walking around with a hot girl on their shoulder in public. So this, like I said, this could be people that pick these particular women. Like, yeah, I always felt good in this person's energy or presence, I'm gonna upgrade her, you know. But I told you, it's like mammifying someone at a late age. Like, oh, you didn't pass the heathens test, bitch. I don't play with heathens, and you the fuck should not be playing with me. Okay, so it's something like this. Yeah, painter. Yeah, the Queen of Swords energy, painter in reverse. A Queen of Swords in reverse. They could have tried to give it to this person. Girl was doing a video earlier about because this could be the big thing right here, that this woman was trying to do what they do abusively to you. This could be even like a mama energy, or any of them scary movies that had like a mama energy that was haunting the kids, or she wasn't normal, or she was an alien, or in that movie Mama, when they was locked up in the forest and everything, and that entity was on them, raising them. It's something like this. Somebody was like a force with you, a force to be reckoned with. Okay, you may not have seen this person since you was 9 years old. Scenes, they was doing something. Okay, so I seen a girl today doing a video, and it was about like people at the BET Awards, and it was kind of funny a little bit what she said, because she was like looking at the outfits, she was like and then even the 2 outfit out of like 10 outfits, the 2 that she did pick, I was still like and then she was like, oh, she's like, I don't know what this is. Shit, did the BET Awards just end up being something people just show up for? Like, I'm guessing she meant like for like Thanksgiving dinner. The family members that don't want to stay, they don't want to be in the drama, they just want to come get a plate, so they sit and and then they leave. They're not the ones that sit there and play craps all night and shit like this. They just come in, smile, hey, go through all the rooms and everything and say hi to everybody, sit down and eat or something, and then they be gone. Okay, so She was looking at some of the outfits or something, and it just ain't the same, or what she was saying. Okay, something like this. Public defender is in reverse. So these could be some people that was in the public. Somebody could have been saying that they was a public defender of yours. They used a platform to defend you or fight for you. It really wasn't. They was using it to. They was using it to gain some momentum off of your energy or mine. Okay, and when you somebody taught this person how to do this, big readers like Mommy Watson and them. People think that I can't, but the same way I can see my mom them and these wicked things that used to be on them. That was another thing about that movie with that little boy and that man. He knew how to take the form of other people, like even like it. He knows how to take other people and torment you through those people. You understand? Excuse me. I don't know why I'm so sneezy, but that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up on. He kind of, surfaces through other people, like your parents, people that you felt like you could trust as a child when you would feel cornered or something like this. Like, did anybody else see that? This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And somebody could be trying to do this like in your profession, I'm about to say professional life, maybe professional life. When people are trying to send me messages because they trying to act like you dead, that's why you don't get messages. No, you dead, and that's why I don't get messages from you. And they'll try to send people through tarot readers, but that's why I told y'all when I'm watching tarot, it's a whole different story. So, and I feel like being able to point this out and letting them know what I think through my platform. Now they're trying to just attack somebody's child, or they're going to do something to somebody's child, because that's how childish whatever this group of people is do, or these entities or whatever. But if you attack them by your child, or you see it, you can run them off from your child too. And this thing, when it's leaving, is making you think everything is going away with me. You're not gonna have no little bit of special that you felt growing up. That's not gonna be there. And you're just like, oh, okay. And it's almost like you want to tell this thing, I am that I am. Flee from me. Okay, but anyways, because I told you something wicked could be connected to you. Okay. And it I don't know if it just could never hurt you. So with the connection with you, something is going on like this with a person. All right. I can tell when they send these tarot readers in, because they be like, oh yeah, you're going to be getting this, and that. But it's a really something, it's a breakaway somewhere in there. You got to be able to read people or read words. I know that sounded tricky, but it is tricky. You got to know how to read or know why is the read and a their message. Yeah, that thing on you. And that little shit you just said right there, you knew it was going to tap. You knew it was going to tap on something, So I could tell when they send readers in or whatever, they're like, yeah, these people are about to pay for this. They're very accurate about most of these things. Off. You know why. The people that sent them know why. But other people that's these boys that's now men that's acting funny or whatever like this. Okay? So you can read it. That's all. Somebody's not defending you. They're trying to do the same thing that they saw this mother or this father do to you, or this mother figure or father figure do to you, or me. Okay? And they're thinking if the mother and father or the mother or father out the way, these people will kill your parents. They're trying to kill my main parents or my main guides out of all the dimensions. They think that's where the power comes from, or they think something like that. A lot of these entities will make them think that they're untouchable while they're doing this. But then they start getting that darkness and that gloominess coming on their back to the dust. So somebody's like, no, I use my platform. Look at what I say. I did that reading right there. I was using it to protect this person or say this or combat that or something. But no, there was something else in there that was a sting. The venom, you bit down and you let that venom out in that message, amongst other things. You see? Mm-hmm. Yep. So we got the Chariot here. Of course, these people are putting their family members that made a lot of money off of being able to treat a child, a golden one or a chosen one, some kind of way. Um, and they could be using this here. Yeah, the matriarch is in reverse. These people will tear that person down so they can get access to you at the power as a power source. Or these are people that make you think they thought that they was going to be able to tear a person down so you feel like there's nothing left. You look like there's nothing left. And then they say, go on, this show is abandoned. This circus show is over. The carnival ride is over, you know, but there's still something cool, or there's still something gifted, or that person still got two heads, or, you know what I'm saying? Okay. It was something significant over here that was in reverse. Hold on. Oh, we have chariot. Okay. And then the power. See, I feel like some of these older lady groups, they also were bringing their sons in to with some of these women, some of us, so they can have a little piece. If they have to leave our lives, they want to leave a little piece with a little piece of you. So these could valor. There could be some rioting going on. This could be also something about a gay relationship or gay rights or whatever this is, LGBTQ in the reverse. They could have been doing something when it comes to this mother. And I'm having sex with women, they lying. But she could be in another and be very accepted because she does that. And I feel like my person has a gay clone, a male. And he could have been in the gay, he could have got wrapped up in the gay community during some kind of rounds or something. And in this case, the person could have died partying with these people, these gay people. That's why I said there is a portion of LGBTQ in them that is the Antichrist too. It's a movement. But the mother in this high chair feeding this baby, this person was in the upright, what they was doing. Somebody could have tested something out, went in the gay side, right? So this ain't really my business because this is something of the past. I'm not even sure if I'm the clone that shared this conversation with my person, but it's in my my memory, it's in my subconscious. So I was talking to my person about like spicing up our sex life or something like this about 15, 17, 18 years ago. And we agreed that I would be able to maybe go and see what it's like to kiss a girl or something like this. But he didn't want to try it. He didn't want to kiss a boy, and he didn't want to deal with other women. But at that time, something is telling me at this time, the conversation, if we were being spied on, the conversation opened up the door for somebody that is like that to come in. One of his clones or something in his likeness come in and experience that. I would not know the difference. Oh, you ain't wearing no mustache no more? I wouldn't have told you I was wrapped up in what I had to do with my children, and I was wrapped up what I had to do with my friends, or when I was going to a friend's house to kick it or drink wine or something, or kick back, watch TV, Real Housewives. You know, I was more concerned about that. You know, my little friends, my little shit I had to going on. I wouldn't have probably paid that much attention, to be honest with you. And so, you know, imagine that. Because you think about this when men are coming out the closet or something like this or whatever like this, you know, if they dealing with a man or something, maybe these people somebody went in a secret society or a secret group or a masquerade party or something like this, masquerade party people. Damn. Damn.